cultural root causes. Dehumanizing poverty has its religio-cultural root causes. Devotional faith in Sinait Parish simply revolved around the hope of miracles as the sole solution of life-pressing problems. Families were stuck to praying to beg for miracle intervention. Exploitative systems are perceived as parts of life that must be accepted because suffering under oppressive circumstances are to be counted as blessings from God. So why resist suffering if it is a blessing? Families were opium by this religious mindset. Families simply depended on charity dole out while they remained silent in the thick of destructive social systems. Charity acts institutionalized by religion has evolved into reinforcing a culture of political patronage. Families were held hostage by dole out and favors distributed by political lords. Even religious leadership was hogtied by political lords due to donations solicited and received from the political power. As payoff, political lords were accorded with special treatment and elevated to the pedestal as they performed prominent roles and positions in church activities, celebrations, organizations, and liturgical sacramental celebrations. Socio-cultural root causes. Social stratification has magnified poverty. Poor families are treated as non-persons in social gatherings. They are classified and second-class citizens in the processes of decision-making, planning, and implementation. The opinions of the poor are not heard and are simply ignored. Acceptance of opinions is most often based on possessions, positions, educational achievement, and political titles. Social strife has further developed a culture of resignation among the many poor families who have lost their sense of person, that they cannot even have the courage to assert and pursue their rights. Poverty is indeed elaborated in its most destitute form. Political root causes. Poverty is born out of oppression. Oppression is systematized by political lordship. Political power monopolized and accumulated most of the economic resources. For the political lords, poverty of the majority is an advantage to remain at the helm of power. Where poverty persists, political dynasty exists. Political dynasty institutionalizes dole out to intensify culture of patronage and dependency. This is an effective strategy to perpetuate power. This is an effective system of silencing critics. Poverty and damaged culture are pillars of political lordism. Political lordism is the system that causes and aggravates poverty of the majority. Institutional, hierarchic religion in the context of poverty. Where is the institutional, hierarchic religion in the context of poverty? Is it journeying with the marginalized poor? Or is it enjoying the benefits and pleasures of political favors? Persistence of dehumanizing poverty and existence of political dynasty could answer these questions. Failure of a medical treatment or procedure is the failure of attending physician, who states leadership. Leadership of institutional religion was reluctant to confront the pervasive oppressive system. It has to preserve its leadership status. Church projects and activities were funded by political patrons. Gifts from political lords received for priestly and episcopal ordinations, anniversaries, and birthdays of priests. Debt of gratitude or culture of utang na loob has shackled religious leadership, consequently preventing the radical exercise of the prophetic mission. The silence and reactionary stance of the local church leadership has collaborated with the exploitative system oppressing the defenseless poor. Lucrative connections. Aside from donations and favors solicited and received from political patrons, religious leadership maintained a convenient connection with the powers that be. Free trips, local and international, coupled with expensive gifts, are evidences of undying friendship between religious leadership and political figures. Social and church gatherings are pictures of ties connecting religious and political top brass.